All right, all right, all right. There's
Kelly's on
time for
mute.
that. Hey, no,
The red light is on.
yeah, we're going, we're rolling, we're rolling, we're rolling, we're rolling. Kind of rolling. We're rolling slow, but we're rolling. We're rolling.
Hey man, you fought a stupid for a wise man. For know it all like yourself, you should have known that I should have covered our tracks. Hey man, you fought a stupid for a wise man. Go ahead and try me, go ahead and try me, go ahead and try me, go ahead and try me.
Good boy, double bass, Nika.
Yes, yes, yes. Yo, yo, people. We are here with Don't Trip. We're back again. I'm Cairo, your host for this evening. Let's go. Which way should we go? We go left, right. We're gonna go right. We got two special guests on today. One of which is Blunt. Nice to meet you, Blunt. Thank you for jumping on with us.
No, you're welcome. Thanks for having us. Just a couple of last minute loan signings, when it, like see how we do on trial.
It happens. It happens. Loans, we got trials, we got loans. Obligation to buy, no obligation to buy. We got it all going on today. But also we got JD on us. Thank you for joining us today, JD.
No problem, man. But I'm only feeling disrespected. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, why want to know Tottenham on that intro there, man? Huh?
Because yeah, we don't worry, there'll be a lot of time for that. There'll be a lot of time for that. And also Smiles, one of our residents. How you doing, Smiles?
There. I'm back. I'm back.
Yes, yes. So please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with all your friends, even your enemies. We don't care. We're not
All
bothered.
of that.
Okay. But to get into it, we're gonna move into the Premier League roundup. We've got the scores from the weekend. It was a very weird weekend. I don't know why, but there was a lot of late goals, a lot of controversy, a lot of VAR stuff, you know what happens. But yeah, so reading off, we got Brentford 3, United 1, shock horror again. We got
Was it
a
really?
score that well. It depends. What United we talking? We talking about this United or the United that we're all so accustomed to seeing of the
No, we're talking about
last
this one.
20.
We're talking
This
about
one.
this one.
Yeah, we like
This
we like
one.
talking. Yeah, we like talking about this one. Unfortunately for me, we got Chelsea 1, Brighton 3. Less said about that, the better. We got Crystal Palace 2, Liverpool 1. Obviously, Crystal Palace are now the only unbeaten side in the Premier League. I think they've gone 18 games unbeaten, so
Yeah.
that's a
They're
lot.
running
Not
them up.
just in the Prem, of course.
Madness.
Absolute madness. I can't actually see that very well.
Leeds.
Leeds, thank you. We got Leeds 2, Bournemouth 2. We've got Man City 5, Burnley 1. I don't know if Man City are back. They're a very weird side when it comes to that. We got Ange's the Nottingham Forest 0, Sunderland 1. Ange does not know how to
Boo.
win games of football. Definitely boo. Definitely. We
Leeds
got
right now.
Aston Villa
Nah,
3.
I was booing Sunderland, mate.
We've got
Sorry.
Aston Villa 3. Who's that? Fulham 1, which was surprising to me. Aston Villa can finally score goals again. Got Newcastle 1, Arsenal 2, which is so upsetting watching that game back because of that man on the screen right there saving their bacon. And we got Everton 1 and West Ham 1.
Sorry
Let's
to cut
go.
you, Cairo.
Let's,
You missed the
oh
Tottenham
yeah.
game, bro. That bias there, bro.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, yeah, because you know what I mean. We got Yeah,
Spurs
yeah.
1-1.
No, Spurs 1, Wolves 1. I'm moving on. Reason why I left that till last, even though I did forget it. Didn't I? You
Subconscious
don't know.
bias.
Yeah. How do you feel about that game anyway? Come on, let's talk about it.
Uh, I'm 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 still behind the well, I'm not gonna say that actually because you lot on your wires and that. So I'm still, I can't even say it. I'm supportive of Thomas Frank still, because if it was last season, games like at the weekend we would have lost, and same like last night with with that team from over there, whatever they're
Bodo Glimt.
similar situation. I think he's instilled some form of mentality, some form of never give up business. But then again, it's Spurs, so you don't know if it's that honeymoon period that we have with managers the first 6 months or
Nah,
so. You know what I mean?
Fairs. I think this might be one of the only times we've had. It might be the only time so far on Don't Trip that we've had multiple Spurs fans on the stream. So
Yes, finally.
JD, what do you think about João Paulinho taking off his shirt in celebration to run around as if you're not 1-1 with a team that's bottom of the league? What do you think about that?
At least he hadn't already been booked.
Like,
Good.
what no, I say is it's not about being 1-1 with the team that's bottom of the league. It's 1-1, like, like last minutes of the game, innit? Like, you get a point. So no matter who you're playing, like, them late goals is a point. You get me? Like, so that's what I think. But I want to touch on what you said about Thomas Frank. Like, yeah, I'm fully supportive of Thomas Frank as well, man. Like, it's a lot better than that garbage we had last season.
Yeah, we saw what happened to them. We know.
Yeah, well, like I
Can
said,
I, sorry.
Go on, Blanc. Go on.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I get like getting to know, like, I met JD like years ago through Buckstar and that, and then like obviously getting to know him through the Door Gas podcast. Like, this man has a hatred for like Big Ange. Like if he had a dartboard big enough to fit his big fat Australian head on, like the big football, the big Velcro football dartboard, the inflatable ones. Like I could just see him like have one of them in his garden. Like, but I don't know. Do you know what, Thomas Frank? Like when I seen that happen, like I'm a bit of a stickler for like betting odds with stuff. When you're looking at managers and things like that, like it's very rare the bookies get it wrong. And like when it was in the running, and I looked at the odds, and like Thomas Frank was odds on favourite. And do you know what? It's probably a compliment to the man. I felt sorry for Brentford, like that they were going to lose him, because like I love seeing sort of like, no disrespect to Thomas Frank, because obviously he's grew his profile, but like he didn't really know what. I like seeing like sort of small fish do well in small ponds. Like when Roy Hodgson was working wonders with like Fulham and West Brom, and then as soon as he was going to Liverpool, I thought, you're going to fuck it up, right? The pond's too big for you. There's too many sharks in there, and it just goes out. But I think he'll come good for the Spurs. I really do.
Yeah, no, it's about time we had obviously, like I said, I'm a fan of what Andrew's trying to do. I like that chaoticness, but there's as a coach myself, you got to have some form of structure, brother. And when you got start getting stubborn and you don't see no change, it's ridiculous, bro. And he can't do what he's doing over at Nottingham Forest. Car their squad ain't as good as Tottenham's, so we was kind of had him bubbling for a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, for the neutral, Big Andrew's unreal.
Listen, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to interject here. I don't know how anyone could be a fan of what Andrew was doing last season. Listen, every game, I was pissed off with this brother. Having our centre-backs on our halfway line and our full-backs in the opposition area. I'm thinking, like, what are you doing? Like, every game I was pissed off. Like, I couldn't wait to see the back of that guy. Pause. I just couldn't wait to see that guy out the door.
It's a big back as well.
See me, I'm a lunatic like that.
Listen, I'm telling you, okay, it is possible he takes Forest down this season. If they keep him all season, they're going to be battling relegation.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
I think like they could really go down if they keep Andrew all season. Like he's that bad.
And do you know what as well? It's everything.
Not going to work in the Premier League. It won't work in the Premier League. It can't.
It's everything. It's everything the Forest owner deserves as well for me.
Yeah,
the way he's handled the like last season, running on the pitch, and like if you got a problem, you might like the owner or the chairman's place is in the stands or the boardroom. The manager's place is on the sidelines. The player's place is on the pitch. You know what I mean? But like
Yeah.
running on at the end of the game, like belittling your manager, and all credit to Nuno. Like he doesn't look like anyone's fooling him. Like
No,
to be
listen,
honest with you, like I think he got a bit of a poison chalice with the West Ham job. But mark my words, he'll keep him up.
No, he'll
Yeah.
do his thing. You know me, I'm a big fan of Nuno.
Yeah, I
Free
think with
Morgan.
the West Ham now appointing him, it could be literally just reverse roles. West Ham get better and Nottingham Forest get
Yeah,
worse, and then it's
yeah,
gonna
they
be
all.
very clear to see why. But it's very interesting. But moving on to the two teams at the top of the table. Okay, we got some stuff going on. Obviously, Liverpool lost to Palace on the weekend, which they definitely weren't expecting. They got a bit of their own medicine with a late goal to lose the game, even though they left it late to equalize. So we've got their next fixtures. So we got to be able to now look at their next five fixtures, compare it to Arsenal's. How many points are we expecting from Liverpool? Let's start with Liverpool and then we'll move on to the neighbours.
I've got him taking 10.
10 points. Where do you think that ten's coming from?
I think, right, well, I had a quick glance of it before we came on. I think probably a draw against Chelsea, which wouldn't be a
Ooh,
terrible result, but it wouldn't be a great result. But like, I think a draw against Chelsea, and I see them losing I see them losing at City, but I see them turning Man United over. And there's no disrespect to Man United fans, but even they've got to be expecting that, haven't they? Villa, I don't know. Am I allowed to cuss on this podcast? Yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know what I don't know what the fuck has happened to Aston Villa because like they nearly dumped PSG who won the Champions League out of the Champions League last season. Do you know what I mean? And then when I looked, it's like and I seen it was like it scored the first goal of the season in like what was it, the fifth or sixth
the
game? I was
fifth,
like,
yeah, the
the,
fifth or sixth
the,
game. Yeah,
the,
they
the
had
fifth
one
game.
goal.
I mean, they went a bit mental at the weekend, didn't they, against Fulham? But like they look a shadow of them for themselves. But I think they'll turn them over easy. Brentford, I think that the team that they played at the weekend probably flattered them. The result, I think like if I'm anywhere in the Premier League above 17th and Man United are coming to my ground,
Yeah,
I don't think it's ridiculous to expect 3 points. I really don't.
Yeah.
I feel like
yeah.
Everton turn them over, Newcastle turn them over, fucking Chelsea turn them over.
We didn't.
Starting
We had our chance. We didn't turn them over.
Well, Chelsea are yeah. No.
Yeah,
Well, you should have done put it that way.
yeah. I agree. I agree with that definitely. JD, what do you think about Liverpool's next five fixtures? How many points do you think where they're getting from that?
realistically, Chelsea is a funny one. Like, yeah, yeah. Again, I could probably see that being a draw. United win. Brentford, yeah, win. Villa, yeah, they should win that one as well. Yes, and yeah, they're probably losing City. So yeah, exactly what Blunt said actually. Funnily enough,
10.
but yeah, 10 points, 10 points from that. But
Smiles, what do you reckon? Sorry, JD, go on.
no, I was gonna say, but football's one of those things. Like you think that's gonna happen. It's just unpredictable because with the Wolves game, obviously Saturday, like I expect us to roll them over. Like they've lost 5 games, but sometimes teams just turn up. So we might think something's gonna happen, but when they get on that grass, sometimes things just happen, man.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I agree. Smiles,
Um,
how many points are Liverpool getting out of the next
I
five?
think it depends on how long your Chelsea players injured for.
Well, Cole Palmer definitely won't be playing.
Yeah, well, yeah,
So
I think that's what was you lot's downfall at the weekend. So with those injuries and that, once you get injuries, your team's looking a bit weird. So
yeah,
I think they'll beat you. I think they'll beat you lot. Um, Man United are a weird one because players might decide to do what they want to do and stop
yeah,
playing for the manager and might actually get a point because it's one of those derbies. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
no, I think they'll beat Man United. I don't think they'll beat Brentford, to be honest, because Liverpool are looking leaky at the back at the minute.
Hmm.
That those wing backs a lot of space in Brentford, regardless of Frank's there or not. The way they're counter attacking and the way they're playing, and that ego guy up front, he looks dangerous, bro. He looks like he'll give
Yeah.
Yeah.
a little bit of a handful. So I don't think they'll win there. I actually think Brentford will beat them. Villa, if they look like they're starting to get up and
Warm
running, but
up. Yeah.
and this is 4 games away, but nah, I'm saying Liverpool again probably, and Man City. I think that's a draw. I think both managers will just
Okay.
try too hard, cancel each other out.
Okay. What Smells? What do you reckon about Arsenal's next 5? Because it's a big contrast in terms of the stature of the clubs that they're
Um,
playing against.
I don't think they're going to beat West Ham. I think they'll draw or they'll lose because that's Nuno's second game, first
Yeah.
proper game in charge.
Yeah.
They got proper management. You know what players are like when they're trying to impress the manager first game round. You know what I'm saying? Declan Rice going back home.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think 1 point. I think they'll draw maybe. Fulham, Arsenal will beat them. Crystal Palace, I'm not too sure. Crystal Palace are on smoke right now. So I
Yeah.
think a point there maybe. They'll beat Burnley and Sunderland will give them a game, but Arsenal will win that as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got Xhaka going back home as well.
Oh yeah. That'd be good.
Yeah.
It's going to be a
Former
spicy
captain.
one. Yeah, it's going to be a spicy one, that one still.
Yeah. I think
Teams should be Sorry, mate. I was just going to say teams should be terrified of Crystal Palace at the moment, shouldn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think you see with Arsenal's games, right? They have if they have a genuine aspiration to win the league, just like the Newcastle game, which I give them ratings for, they've got to go and just win these 5 games. It's just as simple as that. Whilst Liverpool's got a tough run and you've got the easy run, you got to go and win your games. See, the Palace game, I don't know if they'll still be unbeaten by then. It's just a game you have to go and win. Newcastle away, it's a game you have to go and win. They went and done it. Don't matter how, you just got to get over the line. That's what Premier League winning teams do. It's just as simple as that. I think they need to go there, get maximum points from a relatively easy run, and keep it moving. Simple as that. Um, that's what I think they showed in the Newcastle game. It's just up to them to now show: is it a one-off or can they keep it rolling? In my personal opinion.
Yeah.
But
Mm,
moving on, we got a few new strikers in the league. We've got a few new people coming upon the block, players that score a lot of goals, like Gyökeres for Arsenal. But in terms of someone who was in the league, that's now not in the league, it's probably a good thing that we got some Spurs fans on because we got Harry Kane reaching 100 goals for Bayern in 104 games. What do we think about that?
Boy, you
um,
know how you lot are biased. People are biased towards Harry, innit? He's 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 been that guy for a while, bro. Like just his consistency for us. Obviously, we didn't win nothing, but the consistency, even the partnership with him and Son, it went under the radar just because of
Yeah,
people's bias towards Spurs. Anyway, you know what I'm saying, and he's proved he can do it anywhere. You know what I'm saying, he's gone over there. Well, obviously, it's a bit easier over there, but the speed alone and just top 5 leagues, he's doing it. It's Harry, isn't it?
yeah. I think he is very unfairly criticized because of Spurs not winning anything. Because he got multiple golden boots. Like he would get goals and assists for fun in failing Spurs teams. And I think it's kind of unfair that he didn't really get put amongst the best strikers in this generation. I'm talking the Benzemas, the Lewandowskis, the even now, Haaland coming around, he beat Haaland's record to 100 goals. I think it took Haaland a game more, which is obviously level par. But the way that people speak about Haaland is if like he's gonna be the man forever, and then they speak about Harry Kane as in, oh yeah, it's just Harry Kane. It's just yeah, he does his
I'm
thing,
saying it's
but
crazy.
it's But where does he rank in these strikers of the generation? Do you think, JD?
um, I mean, which generation are we talking about? Are we talking about this current generation, like the Mbappes
This
and that,
so
or?
This current generation of players that are still playing. So that includes Cristiano Ronaldo, but I kind of understand where he will be. So we're going to exclude him for that point. But the other strikers, so I'm talking Lewandowski, Benzema, Harry Kane,
Um,
Kylian Mbappe, and all the rest that are playing now. Haaland.
I think personally, and it's not even a bias thing, but I definitely think he's better than Lewandowski. Definitely. And I really hope that he smashes that record. I think Lewandowski's got is it 41 Bundesliga goals in a season? I hope he smashes that, and I think he's on course to do it anyway, like in a crazy amount of time. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, no, he's definitely up there, but I think he's better than Haaland as well. Actually, personally, he's definitely a better player than Haaland. Haaland,
Player.
like,
Yeah.
Haaland doesn't really have much to his game outside of the area. I mean, it is improving, but in terms of like being a footballer, like just like ability, like Harry Kane is head and shoulders above for Haaland as well. So he's, I mean, to say he's the best, it really depends on like who I'm comparing it to. Like, I would need like names so I could, because it's hard for me to think about, like
Yeah.
strikers.
So do
But
you think that Harry Kane is better than we're talking prime for prime here as well, by the way.
cool, cool.
Do we think Harry Kane is better than Luis Suarez?
Um,
Be
you know
honest.
what? Oh no, no.
No, do you know,
Okay, no,
it's
no.
mad because man watch. I watch Harry in like I'm a football coach. All of these things I watch inside out. Everything he does, yeah, and everything he offers for the team. I'm not, and it's not to take away from Suarez. 'Cause I loved watching Suarez and his goals and that, but just
Yeah.
for me because I watch Harry Kane week in week out. I've analyzed him for so many different aspects and what he does for what he added to Spurs as well, like just assists, teamwork, work rate, everything. For me, I don't really see many strikers that are better than him in that sense. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, okay. No, see, Luis Suarez. Do you know why I say yes? Harry Kane is better because you put Luis Suarez in that Tottenham team. Is Luis Suarez doing what Harry Kane did? Probably not.
He done a
You put,
similar kind of job with Liverpool. They weren't the best when he was there.
but Liverpool, he had
Yeah.
Sturridge, he had Sterling, he had a lot of man around him at Liverpool. Harry Kane didn't have that at Tottenham. He had Son and who else?
Man like Eric Dyer, diabolical.
That's what I'm saying.
Christian Eriksen was on an absolute tear for years when
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
obviously like
I hear what you're saying, Christian Eriksen, but he's like he's no prime Raheem Sterling though. Like, and I don't even rate Raheem Sterling. I think Raheem Sterling is a poor player. But I'm saying like in that Liverpool team, was my was Gerrard then? Gerrard was there them times. Like
Yeah.
like
yeah,
he
of
had hella
course he
players
was. Yeah.
around him. Like so, you put Harry Kane in the team with them kind of players. Like he's doing absolute bits.
I was
You
just
put
about
Harry
to say. Oh, sorry.
like you put Harry Kane in that Barcelona team that Suarez is in, it's crazy. You put
Well,
like
all
you
right.
put Harry Kane, in that listen, you put Harry Kane in that Man United team that Rooney played in, curtains.
Yeah, you got to
You
look
know
at
what I'm
what's
saying?
around them as well, because that's what I'm thinking, bro. Because Spurs, the players
Listen,
that went around them, Bar
Harry
Ericsson,
Kane did that at Tottenham, and we weren't like okay. We had a little spell where we could have won league titles, but we didn't. But
Got Champions League final.
yeah,
Yeah.
but still, he was
he
injured for
shouldn't
that.
have actually played in that final, bro.
He was injured. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, like Harry Kane is playing man like Lucas Moura and them kind of players. Like, come on, man. Like,
Do you know, I can't. I love Lucas, bro. Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
like,
Lucas Moura, bro.
He's like, nah, don't get up to my guy, blood. No, hold on, let's.
listen, no, I understand why fans love him because of that hat trick. But apart from that, what else?
Sometimes that's all it takes, right? Sometimes all that takes, right? Like, look, you're talking about Middlesbrough. Look at it, right? You're talking about Middlesbrough fan here, right? If you guys don't know, obviously, this little old fucking club from the northeast got to UEFA Cup final in 2006, and we were 3-0 down in the quarters against Bal, and we were 3-0 down in the semis against Stoya, and we won both games 4-3. And a little baldy Italian fella called Massimo Macaroni came off the bench and scored the winner in both games, right? And if I came home and found him in bed with a missus, that took the motherfucker in with a cup of tea, right? But, right, just to touch on what you said, like, I get what Smiles is saying there about watching Harry Kane closely, but you do that with your own team's players, don't you? Like, have you watched Suarez that closely? And all I would say, because, like, obviously, whether you can be as what's the word, like sort of objective as possible. But there is that level of bias there. Obviously, I can sit here from a point of view of just watching, like, I mean, like I support a championship club, albeit top of the championship, unbeaten after 8 games, just get the plug in. But
Yeah, go on, get that
like
in.
obviously, so, yeah, just thumb it in. But like I loved football, and that what Suarez did for that Liverpool team. Yes, you had your Coutinho, what I will say, right, is when you said Sturridge was there, what Sturridge does is he made Sturridge look like a world class footballer, and
Yeah,
obviously that Barcelona team before the sort of IRS came knocking, and they were like, "Where's all these blank checks coming from?" They weren't kicking Tottenham's door down for a cane. They were kicking Liverpool's door down, who were a bigger club than Tottenham, for a Suarez. And when you're saying about putting Suarez in that Barcelona team, if you look at that, like for me, the best front three of all time, that MSN, Messi, Suarez, Neymar. If you watch the way they interchange play, like, and it was literally like, no, it was just fluid, as Alan Parker would
yeah,
just say, liquid football. But like, I don't like Kane's an out and out straight, and he gets a few assists there, but I don't think he could have done in that Barcelona system what Suarez done. And yeah, granted, he's done it in a Tottenham side, and he got goals, etc. He's like I say, he smashed it for Bayern Munich, but
yeah.
he is not as good as Luis Suarez. As much as Luis Suarez is an absolute scumbag of a human being, as a footballer, I'm sorry, Harry Kane is not on the same level as Luis Suarez, and that's just my humble opinion.
Oh, I disagree, but
Mhm.
All right,
entitled to
yes, so we got Buckstar saying that MSN should have been illegal. I
Yeah,
agree, because the way they
yeah.
were tearing up teams was very, very unfair, very, very fluid. Probably the best front three, like you said, probably one of the best teams in
They
general,
were
even the
just
players behind them ever. But I
they were
think,
taking turns to score. They
yeah,
were
yeah,
literally,
yeah,
when
they
you
were.
watch it, they were taking turns to
See
score.
when they passed the penalty and all of that, like
That's
they
what I was
just
just. I was
taking
literally. You took like,
absolute.
bro. You took the words out of my mouth. They're even laying penalties off. I wonder whether Buckstar wants to talk about that with fucking Perez and Henri on it with that debacle.
Yeah, like, but Blunt,
I,
I'm gonna move on to you now, and I'm gonna
Go
ask
on.
you the question of, because I want it to be impartial, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Cha- yeah, you support a championship team. You're not Spurs like the other two members of this stream.
Mm-hmm.
Is Harry Kane better than Lewandowski?
Oh, it's a difficult one. All round footballer, yeah. I think all round footballer, absolutely. Out and out goal scorer. If you're just given that one job, it'd be a bit of an insult to ask him just to be that out and out goal scorer. Because like I said, I would say along with them 100 goals, he's got what's he got 29 assists in them 104 appearances for a centre
Yeah,
forward.
that's
Like,
crazy.
and he can spray a pass, can't he? Do you know? And I think that's what JD said. I think that's why him and Son work so well, because they could both play that central role, but they could both also drop off a bit and
yeah,
play the odd through ball and whatnot. Like I say, I don't think he fits into that interchangeable system that MSN had, where it was just like, it was like watching a
yeah.
ball under a cup. You were like, what the fuck? But like, better than Lewandowski. I think time will tell, won't it? I think the best acid test will see whether he breaks his records. Hopefully, he will, because obviously,
It's yeah,
I like to
direct,
see, I
direct.
like to see English football do well. I mean, let's not forget as well, wasn't it that season when Lewandowski got 5 in 27 seconds? What was it? He scored 5 in about 8 minutes or something, didn't he, against someone? He came off the bench, but right, okay.
No,
If you're asking me now, I would have Harry Kane over Lewandowski. Yeah, I would.
You've got Buckstar with you that says Kane is better than Lewandowski. He done it in the
Who?
Prem and he done it in Gem. Yeah, yeah. Buckstars, I can't believe it. Can't believe it. He did also add. Now excuse
Yeah,
me whilst I burn into
yeah,
flames.
yeah. I just see
So,
that.
so yeah, you can see how he feels about that. But we appreciate you, Buckstar. We appreciate your honesty. Yeah. every now and then we gotta be honest. Now, but so when you're ready, just answer who's better, Caicedo or Declan Rice. Yeah, when you're ready. But we'll leave that one to the comments in a second, innit? But yeah, I think Harry Kane is definitely one of the best of the generation. I think for Lewandowski, he's better because Lewandowski had offers to come to England and he did not want to at all. Wait, I don't know
Well,
if that was.
well. Just a bit of insight there, right? Lewandowski got rejected by Sam Allardyce when he was in charge of Blackburn Rovers.
Yeah.
He didn't want to know. But in similarly, though, when Brian Robson was in charge of Middlesbrough, we had a 17-year-old Andrei Shevchenko on trial, and Brian Robson said he'll never make it as a professional footballer.
Mad.
There you go. You never know. You never know. You don't know what's around the corner, especially with
Yeah.
experience and everything else. But it's definitely an interesting one. I think Harry Kane definitely deserves more plaudits. I think sometimes being English goes against him because the European clubs don't. Only of recent have the European clubs started to look at English players as talents. But usually they kind of shy away. Is that like a hand up, like school kind of
Yeah,
thing?
sorry, I didn't want to interrupt. All I was going to say there is, I think you might be asking the wrong question. Is he better
Okay,
than Alan? Is he better than Alan Shearer?
I
100%.
think
We'll see
so.
after he comes back to
Oh,
Spurs.
no, JD isn't allowed to answer this because, like, he said she was the most overrated, one of the most overrated Premiership footballers of all time, which is a ludicrous statement, and that's coming from a Borough fan. But is he better than? Because for me, Kane and Shearer are more similar than Kane and Lewandowski. Because Shearer
True,
used to
true.
whipping the ball, and he got plenty of assists and whatnot. Like I just think they're cut from the same cloth. And obviously, as far as international records are concerned, you get a hell of a lot more friendlies and shit now, don't you? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. That
I
is
think
true.
I think Kane's kind of like his upgrade slightly.
Yeah, you think he's better than Shearer, yeah?
Yeah, I think more the all round game, like defensively, all of that, bro. Is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I think he adds more, but we'll see when he comes back. When he comes back and gets the record, and I'm saying.
I'd like
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
I'd like to see that. I really would. It was a shame that Rooney just missed it. It was a shame that Kane fucked off before he got it. You know what I mean? Other than that, what are you going to have some Norwegian that's in there? I mean, if you put a Taylor's dummy in a Man City shirt, he's going to get you 15 goals a season. Isn't
Literally, literally.
Then maybe that Man City. I don't know about this one. I think that Man City that got like 100 points and stuff like that. Anyone could have played up front for them. I know Mikel Antonio said, "Yeah, put me up front. I'm bagging 50 goals as well."
he?
Anyway, I'm sure any of us in this room could have. They were so unstoppable at the time. But in terms of Harry Kane and strikers of this generation, it's an interesting thing.
He's
I
up there.
think.
He's up there.
Yeah, definitely up there. I think it was definitely a good topic to bring up. But speaking of strikers, we've got a certain striker that's worth a lot of money who ain't been doing much, and he might start to fall into the next part of the show, which is
Stop it! Cut it out!
Fraud Watch.
we're here,
Oh man,
we're
that
ready.
that gif with that kid, honestly, it just kills me every time.
But we're back with the fraud watch. So Smells. Who's your fraud watch for this week, my friend?
Well, I realized something the other day, and it weirded me out a bit, and I was like, "What's going on in Scotland, bro?" I was like, why are Rangers where they were? I was looking at the league table. I was like, I checked to see if it was women's football at first, and I was like, no, what's going on?
Russell Martin.
And yeah, bro, and I realized like I was pretty sure he got relegated over here. Then he went over there, and he's just like I don't know, he's just like it's a time bomb over there. And then he's got Mikey Moore as well. He's not utilizing Mikey Moore properly. They get knocked out of the Champions League. It just looks like it's all crazy over there, bro. And I thought, no, it's meant to be. Most managers go over there, kind of rebuild their thing, stabilize what they got going on, and come back. And I don't know, he's just going from bad to worse.
Yeah.
It's a good point you make though, because look what Steven Gerrard did with Rangers. and then he shit the bed with Villa. You know what I
I'm
mean?
saying.
Like,
Yeah.
Look
Yeah,
what Andrew.
yeah,
I
that's
was
a
about to
good
say that.
point.
But
Yeah.
look,
Look what
Ange,
Andrew done there, man. Like,
no, the list is endless, isn't it? Gordon Strachan, Big
what I'm
Ange,
saying.
fucking Neil Lennon,
Mad, bro.
Martin
Lennon,
O'Neill.
like,
Literally.
He's the only one to do the Uno reverse and get
Yeah,
worse.
crazy. Crazy.
Wallop.
Mad.
Now, I've been waiting for this moment for a while. Yeah, I've said it on the last few. I've said it on the last few pods. Yeah, I was waiting for a certain something to happen, and it happened. And in fact, not only did it happen, we've gone a level up. So we're actually behind because this man right here, this man right here, I know we are not counting an international free kick. No, we're not. We're not counting it. He's now gone 007. In fact, he's gone 008 because he did not get a goal and assist in the game that happened yesterday. He is definitely my fraud watch of the week. For that amount of money, you have to contribute something. You just have to, especially in a winning team. In a winning team, he's got to do more. It's just he doesn't even have to play well. Just contribute. Sometimes
Yeah.
you just have to stink up the place. Like for example, Salah. He's had a poor start to the season, but he's got goals, he's got assists, he's doing something.
Yeah,
I don't
gonna
know. Maybe
get him an FPL, man.
they need to do what Arsenal did with Kai Havertz and just give him a random penalty just to up his confidence. You get what I'm saying? Just make him feel better, man. Because at the moment, it like I saw them putting up running stats for him. He made
What?
the most off the ball runs. He's first in off the ball runs. Come on, man.
I,
What's
I,
that about?
I like literally when I got when tidy service thing like frauds, I was thinking like is it an ongoing thing? And obviously the first name on my list was obviously Bert Obvs I've written, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, right?
Obvious.
Like,
Yeah.
but you know what, right? And I'll throw myself under the bus here because like watching this kid for the last few years for Leverkusen, I honestly thought he would come across and be, especially in that attacking Liverpool side, I honestly thought he was just going to walk in and just start tearing shit up.
Crazy.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then like it's you know what it's like it's one of the things where basically I'm a big fan of boxing, and you see like I watch fighters from the point where they start fighting, you know, journeyman, and they start getting the 4 rounders, the 6 rounders, you know. And do you know what? You'll have heard of Ben Whitaker. Ben Whitaker coming up, and he's just dispatching people, showing off. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
The moment he was in a bit of trouble and had to find something that didn't have to find before, pulled man over
Yeah.
the ropes and faked an ankle injury. Do you know what I mean? And it's like that you just think, has he got the heart to step his game up that next level? You know, because like Cristiano struggled a bit when he came to the Premiership. What did he do? He
Yeah.
hit the gym and he hit the training ground harder, and he was like, no, like I'm gonna pull myself to that level. So we'll see whether it is. I think like more than well, obviously Liverpool fans will be bricking it over the money spent, but they're still sat top of the league. But I think Germany
Yeah.
fans will be looking at it and thinking, is this kid that we thought was probably going to win us a World Cup or a Euros actually got the minerals? And I think that's probably one of the X factors in football. I think he's showing now if he doesn't start to pull it together in the next 10 games, I can afford anyone a slow start coming into the Premiership from any other league
Yeah.
in Europe. But if he doesn't start fucking moving mountains in the next 10 games, you've got to think that he's a bit of a flat track bully.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, JD, what do you think about Jamie Carragher saying he should be dropped?
yeah, he could probably do it a bit of time on the bench, like coming on like. Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't be starting because of how he's playing. But when you're saying fraud watch, I'm sorry, but I think Benjamin Sesko has been worse. I think he's been worse.
Agree.
Like,
Completely agree.
But
like,
he got the goal just in the nick of time. Just.
listen. He got the goal, but he hides on the pitch. He's actually hiding. Like, if you watch football and you know football, like I said, you've been coaching. My man
Yeah.
hides on the pitch.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sometimes people like might think like, how can you hide on a pitch? Like, it is possible.
Yeah.
Like I said,
It
like
is.
you don't make the runs, like
Yep.
you turn your back, like
Yep.
those kind of things. Like you, like
Just don't show for the ball.
Yep.
Yeah. You drop into positions where you know you're not going to get the ball, and he does that a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for me, he's the worst.
Is
Just,
it
just
is
sorry,
it
sorry,
is it
just
a
to back you up there.
Bundesliga thing?
Huh?
Is it a Bundesliga thing? Obviously, him and Wirtz have both come from that league. Like there's been a lot of Bundesliga flops recently?
I mean, you can't put it on the league. I mean, you have to
Oh,
put it on
well,
individual players, but I just don't think he's good enough. He's just not good enough.
Frimpong's come from that side. He's been brilliant. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
Uh,
think
It's just
Verts is.
like, do you know what I think it is? Sorry, bro. Just quickly, it's getting back to the size of the fish and the size of the pond. I also do, because you look at like Kerkez. Kerkez was fucking brilliant for Bournemouth, and he
Yeah.
has
yeah.
been leaky and shaky for the whole of the season that I've seen him so far for Liverpool. It's like Smiles was saying about Liverpool looking dodgy, defending wide. He is
Yeah.
the absolute reason, because if he's not defending front stick, fucking God forbid he's defending back stick.
Yeah, literally. I was going to say before, I think with Verts, I think it's a mental thing, you can tell. And I think with Shesko, there's a lot of madness going on at Man United, and them tactics are not helping none of those players, bro. They're coming
None.
in and they're being asked to do absolute madness. So, you know
Not
what I'm
one.
saying? On top of that, I think, give it, like I said, I think 5 or 6 more games they've got to start pulling things together, and that's all the players for all the different places. Kirkes is all of them. Obviously, you give them a certain amount of leeway when they say with a new club. Obviously, a lot of them go to bigger clubs than that, so got to take that in thing. But they got to sort out sooner rather than later.
You have to, don't
100.
they? And that's in Liverpool are coming off back-to-back losses as well, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah, true,
You know,
true,
like
true.
like obviously, like Galatasaray is not an easy place to go, but it hasn't been necessarily a fucking impossible place to go. And then obviously, I bet Liverpool are sick of the sight of Crystal Palace.
yeah.
Yeah, they got to play them in the cup as well, so that'll definitely be interesting.
Peak.
Oh, beautiful. Where's me betting up?
So, but yeah, we're moving on to the next part of the show. Moving on to our winners and losers. I think I'm gonna go first this time. I'm gonna go for my losers of the week. Um, I'm gonna go with Liverpool. They have been the winners. I've been very positive about them because even though they haven't been playing well, they've been getting over the line in every game. I think they kept scoring late goals. They kept getting wins, and now they've lost two games in a row. One on the weekend, and obviously one yesterday in the Champions League. So I think it's a little bit of a cause for concern. And I think tying into that is the winners of the week are Arsenal. They went to Newcastle away, went 1-0 down, and they found a way to get back in the game. So the same thing that I've been praising Liverpool for in recent weeks for getting over the line. Arsenal have now shown in this game in particular that they can fight, they can get over the line. Newcastle away is not an easy place to go. They found a way. Arteta made good changes. I don't think he started the game scared. He didn't play the three of Marino and thing. He brought on Marino at the right time. He gets a goal. He brought on Martinelli to change the game. He brought on thing. Gabriel messed up for their first goal with the header. He goes and scores the winner, and it's commendable. So as much as I don't like giving the winners to Arsenal for anything because they don't really win trophies that much, they can have my winners of the week.
You see, like
Um,
everything you've just said there, mate, is what I was like on about in the last section about minerals. Like
yeah.
you're on about, like obviously Gabriel making a mistake, coming back and fixing it. You know, it's like you're gonna make wrongs, but it's how you write them. You know, and that's minerals. You know, it's like championship art.
Yeah. Smells
Um,
winners and the losers of the week.
So my winner for this week, I was obviously thinking about the Crystal Palace thing as well. I've been thinking about it quite a
Hmm.
bit in that run, and I'm gonna go with Glasner just because
Yeah.
of there was before the start of the season during the transfer window, and that he was on this thing where I think he put his foot down. Was like, you're not selling both of them type thing. Otherwise, I'm going because all they've been doing is shifting our players, and the fact that he's got them defending and playing in a certain way is that time where when players are going, that Pino guy's come in and Eze is like, who? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's come in and he's slotted in nicely, and they're playing well, man. So he's, despite whatever he's got going on, that 18 games unbeaten now or something.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So
Unbelievable.
that's a big run. So definitely Oliver Glasner for this week. And my loser for this week, obviously I've been watching him for the last couple of weeks, and I've run out of praise for him, brother. And as Tiny called him, it's Richardson. Richardson, bro. Yeah, Richarlison, bro. He's starting to annoy me, bro. He's starting to, yeah, bro. It's yeah, bro. I was trying to praise him, bro. I was giving him, you know, bro. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I said he had his first full preseason. Yeah, he scored the 2 goals, and like, bro, man, he just let me down. The last 2 games, the weekend, and then yesterday, he's just looking like he's not that guy at all, bro.
Yeah, he wasn't good. He done what Robert Sanchez did to me. Get me full sense of security, a couple good games. You're like, bro, man, must improve it. Yeah, actually, I'll just go and tackle Embuemo at the waist and get sent off.
I got time for
10 in a water boy.
Yeah, Richardson this week is sorry.
Richardson.
Richardson. I got a shout out Tiny Richardson.
Oh, that's class. Fucking Richardson.
Do you have a winner and a loser for this week?
Yeah, do you know what? Like I say, as much as it pains me to say, like I say, I know I give like Sunderland a little daft boo earlier on, because obviously it's Northeast rivalry and that, but like fair play to them. Like, you know, it's like the like sat there third. Like it's not gonna maintain, because obviously what separates the week from the chaff in this league, obviously longevity, stamina, fitness. Do you know what I mean? But I seen a post the other day that a Sunderland fan, before a ball was kicked, had put £1,000 on them to finish in the top 10 at 25-1. And and that's looking like safe money at the moment, mate, because like obviously it's that home event. So yeah, Sunderland deserve a mention. I think what I've seen Jack Grealish doing in an Everton shirt so far, I think he looks fucking brilliant from what I've seen. I haven't watched every single minute, but from what I've seen from the last few weeks, it's nice to see Jack Grealish playing and enjoying his football again. Palace, like Smile says, they have to be on everyone's praise list. Pedri for that little bit of skill during the week for Barcelona. We all seen it, the little midair fucking flip flop thing. That you see that, like when you watch it, you're like, oh, you lucky bastard, and you watch it in slow mo, you're like, oh no, like he meant that. Like, you know, like you dream of being able to do that. And my loser, obviously, because Beefy isn't here, so I'll be the championship correspondent. And this is a little bit more personal for me. Fucking Chris Wilder, right? Oh, right. He's in his 17th stint as Sheffield United manager, because he comes back every fucking 6 weeks in it, right? Well, they lost the first 6 games. Oh, Wilder's back, you know, like, oh, you got beat. He managed to carve out, a little 1-0 win in between. And then was it last night or the night before? They were 1-0 up. 1-0 up going in at half time against Southampton, yeah? He chooses to just be his miserable old self and boots the ball into the crowd after an argument with the ref. It's one of his own fans square in the face.
Oh.
Goes and apologises, comes back down, gets the red card for doing it, and then his team come out the second half and lose 2-1.
Yeah. Silly. Yeah.
Just
silly.
Champion toss pot.
JD, you've got a comment from Buckstar. I think it's him referring to Richarlison. You must be a Richarlison fan.
No, I don't even acknowledge Richarlison, man. Like, the guy's garbage. Like, no, not at all. He must be talking about the fact that Arsenal just gone 2-0 up, and I'm not happy about that.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But JD, you got a winner and a loser of the week.
Winner, again, I'm trying not to be biased here, but I'm probably going to have to give it to Sunderland, because coming up, like everybody had them as nailed on to go straight back down, and obviously that could still happen because it's a long season. But them winning away at Nottingham Forest, who last season were doing really well. So Sunderland, nobody saw that result coming. Them winning away to Forest and keeping a clean sheet. So I'm probably gonna have to give winner of the week to Sunderland. Would have given it to Brighton, but I'll give it to Sunderland. And
shots fired.
And the losers, this gives me absolutely no. Actually, that gives me a bit of pleasure, but it has to be Chelsea. Has to be Chelsea. Like, like losing at home to Brighton, like when you lot were nailed on, like, and
1-0 up as well.
yeah, and to be honest with you, I was worried about Chelsea at the beginning of the season. I thought you lot would be on bits. I thought you lot would be, like pushing, like second, maybe third. But nah, you lot just, the gift that keep on giving. So
Yeah,
losing
call the
has to be Chelsea.
yeah, I call it Robin Hood FC. They just give to the poor, man. Whoever need. That's what I'm saying. Liverpool, they've lost 2 games. They need a win. I know what's going on.
But but but
What
but
you
but
what you
but,
what
but,
you said, Cairo?
but Chelsea, you lost like 3 games in a row now. Isn't that 3? Man United, you lost Bayern,
Brighton, United,
and now
and Bayern,
Brighton.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but we won against Benfica yesterday. So whoa, yeah, we're back.
So
We're
see
back.
them Spurs fans just reveling over this misery in it, like they just.
Well, you know what it is. Like obviously, like I grew up in South, innit? So like Chelsea, are just like I hate Chelsea more than Arsenal. You know what I'm saying?
Same here. Same here, bro. I lost 2 cup finals to the fuckers.
that
Like
was the old us. You get me? We look very different now. We've had a whole regime and you know what I mean. So it's a bit different. We're selling hotels and stuff now, so we're a bit different. Get what I'm saying?
All right,
But
Travago. What are your losers and winners of the week
you
then,
know,
mate?
the funniest thing about Travago, that's one of our sponsors. To be fair,
I know,
that's
that's why I
about
said it. Yeah, I ain't
yeah.
fucking stupid. I might be Northern, but I'm not stupid. Well,
But yeah,
Cairo, what's
thank
work? Go on, give us a loser and a winner before we go. Go on, mate.
no,
You have your say.
I went first. I went already.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, thank you, guys. It was definitely enjoyable. I enjoyed myself very much. Thank you, JD. Thank you, Blunt, for joining on. Very, very, let me say special guest. Very, very special. It was good. It was good. I enjoyed it very much. Smells, you're a resident. You don't get no thank yous, man. You're meant to be here,
Whatever,
you get
man.
me?
You're only saying that because you lost. You're
Hey,
just saying it because you lost on the weekend, bro. You're just bitter.
leave it
That's
alone, man.
that.
Leave me
Do you know
alone,
that?
bro.
That's that long-term relationship thing. There, and it doesn't matter
Yeah.
how good you do, you ain't getting no fucking praise. You've been here too long.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you. We've been Don't Trip. See you guys later.
3-5 double bass recap.
And
Banging.
Fuck! I swear to God.